Welcome to the show. Hope everybody can hear me and see me this evening. It is me, your girl Labora Lee, aka Cat Lee, and yes, child. Yes. Today is one of those good days. I always like this day. Today is the tap-in. I'm sorry, I was trying to adjust. Okay, Doc said the audio and video is good. All right, yay. But yeah, today is the tap-in. Today is the day that we get into some things, maybe some discoveries, maybe things that we've already seen. We're still in movie phase right now. We're gonna go back to I think as soon as we clear this bag, we're gonna go back to we're gonna hop back over to music. But I think I want to switch that up a little bit too. I'll get to that later. But today we're going to focus on movies. That's what we're going to focus on. Couple of things I need to say before we get started. You know, the phone line is always open and available during live shows. The number is 443-850-4828. Again, that number is 443-850-4828. Yep. You want to contact us for any reason at all, advertisement, sponsorships, you want to submit your music in some shape, form, or fashion. I've gotten that a lot lately. If you want to submit your freestyle for Thorough Thursday, if you just want to say hi, or maybe you have a suggestion or a juicy tip for these Gab Beach streets, hit us up. contact@ambitiouslyent. Again, the email address is contact@ambitiouslyent. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, every share, and every subscription. Now, before I bring my boo Doc up in the building, because he in there, he right there, he waiting. I would like you to remember that we do have an interview coming up this Sunday with Authentic John Doe at 9:30 p.m. as usual on all streaming sites. Catch it on our website, live, and all that good stuff. Now I'm gonna bring in Doc real quick. Hi, Doc, honey.
Hello, what's up? How you doing today?
I'm good. Working, tired. I'm a little tired. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it is what it is.
You're not that tired. We can push through the show, get everything good, at least get a laugh or two out of it. I mean,
yeah. I'm all right. I'm a champ. I'm gonna get through this. You know what I did not remember? What year did we say for
the year that we picked was, we had to, and I look back, it was 1997.
Okay, good. Okay, good. I was like, wait, I think, but I wasn't sure. But yeah, okay, so 1997, get your minds right now for this final exam. The year is 1997.
1997, graduation year.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So just think about where you were, back then, who was out and all that good stuff. I'm pumping myself.
Is a pretty decent one. I had to go back and look at the Source magazine to get some confirmations on some stuff.
Okay. Listen, I'm always nervous about these things. But
You'll do fine. You always do fine. You the champ. You up by what 11 now? So
yeah.
the queen has her crown and her throne, and it's hard to take you off of that. So you on top.
Rock said salute to you,
Rock.
Doc. Hi, Doc, honey. And you don't even say hi to me no more. Bye. Anyway. Yeah, I'm in my feelings. I'm in my whole feelings about that. He just come in and talk to Doc. I don't even matter no more.
Nah, I think Rock had to salute me today because I beat him to the yo-yo.
Oh, you did. Yeah. You did. Let me put that on
our competition right there.
You did. You hit him with that early. He didn't get a chance. All right. So let's get in this bag. We're in our movie bag right now. Like I said,
the movie.
Yeah, I think when this bag gets empty, we're gonna switch back over to music.
Okay.
I got an idea. I haven't really fully because we still have plenty of time to figure that part out, but I haven't. I think I'm gonna switch it up on a music tip though. It's not gonna be, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Figure it out. What are we getting out this bag though? Let me see. No, I'm not doing that again because we already kind of talked about that a little bit. But if you must know what I pulled out the bag, it was the first Sister Act.
Oh yeah, we did cover Sister Act heavily.
Yeah, so
Sister Act too, but
yeah, okay. Oh, I love this one.
Okay.
Reservoir Dogs.
I've seen that movie so long ago. I know it's like a cult classic, a very fan favorite movie. I know a lot of hip hop music videos are made off of that movie. But I just remember they had interesting names like by the colors. But I've seen that movie a long time ago, and I've never actually rewatched it again.
Yeah, you had Mr. Pink,
yeah,
Mr. White, Mr. Black. You had a variety of names, but if you don't know about what that movie is, it's about a band of fellas trying to get this money out, not necessarily by proper means.
Okay.
Listen, I'm trying to be politically correct on this YouTube thing, or until I'm able to actually really go off. But yeah, they just put it like this: big on the heist. For me, of course, it was fictional, but it kind of brought in a lot of real heists that, you know what I mean, like really happened.
Okay.
And in the past, like mafia heist. Like,
okay. Like Ocean's 11, but like the OG Ocean's 11 with like Sammy Davis Jr. and all of them.
Well, yeah, that was a thing too. I also enjoyed Ocean's 11, the old one and the new ones too. But because it's ones, it's not. They made a couple of those. But rest in peace, Bernie Mac and Sammy Davis. And I guess Sinatra and
that list is going to get longer and longer.
A bunch of other people. Just rest in peace to all of y'all. But no, I'm thinking more like mafia, the real mafia, like the Lufthansa heist, which actually really happened. You feel me? There was a lot of airports and things of that nature getting hit. So it's kind of a reminder of, again, that's a fictional movie, but it brings light to a lot of the reality of what really was going on, like how they was getting it in, so to speak. So they
took little pieces of real life stories and incorporated into the whole movie of Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, kind of, sort of, so to speak. You feel me?
So
the focus
I don't remember.
The focus was cash, though. Whereas though, in real life, the focus was cash or something that was able to make you some cash. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you could do a heist and you could get 30 mink coats. You could sell those. You feel me? You could put those back up for sale and you made money.
Boosted. Gotcha.
With so, them, it was more money.
Movie, what was the most iconic scene?
Oh man.
Or your most favorite scene?
I was gonna say I don't think that there is the movie is just iconic in itself. I don't think that it was a particular scene for me either that did it for me. It was just like the whole movie because it was a lot of action in there.
Okay.
In your head, you have, well, not in your head, not in you guys' head, but in my head, right? Um, in my head, I have this weird kind. I love anything that's mafia involved. I'm very big on knowing the history of the mob and things of that nature. So somewhere in the back of my head, like I was supposed to be a part of the mob, and Papa Pete, shout out to Papa Pete, didn't help my thought process. You feel me? So it kind of gave me a little of that essence.
How they made
huh?
You were trying to be a made woman.
Yeah, in my head, I don't know how that was going to work out though, but yeah. So anything mob related or street related, I kind of like gravitate to those type of things. You should see my YouTube. It's a lot of history stuff, a lot of mob stuff. You feel me? But I've always conveyed to y'all I'm big on history, one, but now you know something else I'm big on, which is the mob. So you feel me? Yeah.
Okay. Well, Reservoir Dogs of movies I watch in a long time.
I always say go back and watch it because you never like. I'll go back and watch movies anyway because you might miss an intricate piece of the movie. You feel me? When you watched it back in the day, and then you'll come back and watch it again, and then like, oh dang, I ain't never. You see what I'm saying? I don't remember this part. You feel me? So I always recommend, even if you perhaps you're not watching it, for just maybe you missed something. That's all.
All right, good tip. I might try to use it and go back.
Yeah, I do that a lot. Like I might have watched the movie back in like 1995, but then I see it again and like, oh wait, I never saw this part. Like, or I don't remember this part in the movie, but it's because I went back and watched it again, a different perspective, I guess, versus your younger mind where your attention span is like, okay, and then you get older, like, wait, this happened? What? So I'm big on rewatches. And if I start it and it still doesn't pique my interest, then I'll turn it off. But I'm big on rewatching stuff. The next one out the bag, this is interesting because it has to speak on, it speaks on history, kind of, sort of. It's also a fictional movie, but it's a it's a timepiece. And I like timepieces, which is The Patriot.
That's one with Mel Gibson?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen this movie too, but I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not a super movie person, but I'm like, I've seen this.
The dude who is it Heath Ledger? His name, he played his son in that movie too.
Okay.
And if you don't know, I'll explain it. So it takes place during the British, like the war. It's the big war. No, well, they had already occupied because if you think about it, they took over the land first. It was more the people who were natives or patriot, people of this that already lived in this country trying to fight them, which is real life. It really happened. Trying to fight them off so that they can take over the land, so that they can be in charge. You feel me? Like they can have freedom. I'm doing air quotes because
air quotes, gotcha.
They wanted freedom, but at the same time, they took whatever. Big shout out to their ancestors that went through the struggle. Real talk. But it's a period piece. It very much give you a kind of a look of what was going on at that time, but the only way you'll get a real look at what was really going on during that time is probably going back and doing the research.
Yeah.
But it was close enough. They didn't want the British people to come over and take the land that they worked very, very hard to cultivate, even though they worked us to cultivate the land. But that's a whole nother story for another day.
Okay. In the Patriot, I remember, didn't he have like a hatchet that he used?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I remember, for some reason, I remember that.
Yeah. And then that would be synonymous with America because they were big on, hatchets and chopping down trees and stuff like that to build their little log cabins and houses and all of that stuff. So that was part of his story. His wife died. He was trying to protect his children from the takeover, the hostile takeover. his son also was commissioned to go fight on behalf as well. I think he wound up coming back or some crap like that, but it was a lot going on in that movie. Again, I love a period piece. I would have preferred if it was a period piece that was truthful, like about what was going on, and not just the perspective of the other side not being. I'm not racist. Yeah, because I gotta watch my mouth, because nothing about what I'm saying is racist, but there was untold story. See, you'll watch that movie and you'll see the perspective of the people who are not people of color.
Yeah, you will see this perspective of the people that weren't oppressed, even though it's a retelling of a story that could be potentially contributing to the way America was founded and built, but one group of people were clearly left out of that story, which is unfair.
Exactly. And they look like us. Oh, they look like us, and then they look like my other people too, the Native Americans. They look like us, people of color. But that we're not a part of that narrative. That's the one negative point I think I would have about that movie, is we're not a part of the narrative. But then again, in Hollywood, we're rarely a part of the narrative.
True, sadly.
When it comes to things like that, unless it's some type of situation. Well, we do got a couple of movies where they talk about, how we were enslaved, but for the most part, it's the narrative of them and what they was going through at the time, and not necessarily us.
The whole story of America.
Old story of Hollywood. They are responsible for this.
It's since we're
monstrosity.
Kind of like area of the subject. It's also how you watch space movies. I know you like Star Wars, but even with that, if you watch the other TV shows or movies, it's like even the representation of Black people or people of color in space is always extremely limited.
Right. And I think that's why I like Star Wars so much, because it's not just the one race. You got different types. You got alien, different types. It's so diverse. And it would be the man who marries a Black woman to be that genius to create such an amazing piece of artistry. But and like that's one of the things I loved about Star Wars, is like you don't have, forget just race. You had Samuel L. Jackson as one of the master Jedi. You feel me? It's multiple aliens. I don't like to call them aliens because I feel like they was, you know what I mean? They was just different species. You feel me?
Okay.
They was different species. I don't like alien. Yeah, they were different species from all over the galaxy, and they came together. But in this type of movie right here, there's no representation of us, even though we were a part of the narrative wholeheartedly. And if you do see us, you'll see us as a slave, which was what we were. But they're never going to tell you that it was free people also. There's just a lot of things that's missing from that narrative. So that's the only negative thing I have to say about The Patriot. Other than that, a lot of shooting and stuff. And
okay, let me ask. Here's the question then. Mel Gibson himself.
Okay.
Would you have anything on him?
It's very hard for me to judge a degenerate.
Okay. Well, nicely said.
Only because, some things as a degenerate, they're not in their right mind. And so they do stupid. I can't cuss that. They do stupid stuff.
You got 3 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I was waiting. But they do stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, can you expect him to say or do anything in his right mind when he's not in his right mind? You're asking too much.
Okay.
You're asking way too much. He's had his racist moments.
Sorry.
At the end of the day, though, I can honestly say, how many haven't? In some form or fashion. You feel me? Because that goes across the board. Like a Black person to get mad because a white person called them, and I hate saying that word, but because a Caucasian person called them something disrespectful. But how often do you go through every day and you might hear somebody black say something about another person of another race?
It happens.
And again, keep in your mind, he's a degenerate.
Okay.
Very hard to judge them because they were like, I don't pay Mel Gibson no mind. I do think that he did a lot of good movies. You feel me? He worked with the right people to put him in the right positions to put him in some good movies.
Yeah.
Like Lethal Weapon was a must watch in my household.
Yeah. Lethal Weapon, Braveheart.
Oh, and I love Braveheart.
Okay.
I love that movie, even though it's not an accurate depiction. But again, Hollywood, what are you going to do? It's not an accurate depiction, though.
That's true. You gotta work with what you're given.
You know what I mean? What really happened to William Wallace, but whatever. But you get with it. It's Hollywood. They got to dress it up. But as far as Mel Gibson, I don't care for or I don't dislike. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's Mel Gibson, and he's a degenerate. And that's...
It is what it is.
Say to that. Like,
Okay.
what else are you supposed to say about he's a degenerate? Like, how do you even pay a degenerate mind? Any mind? Like, is this one thing like like how do you fight or argue or that thing about that I say about battles at the end of every show? This would be one of those things to apply that to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I know what this man is. I know what he's capable of doing. I know why he's doing it. That bottle, it's very hard for him to put it down. You know what I'm saying? So how do and then in that instant, if I'm upset about what this fool is doing, wouldn't that make a fool of me?
Yeah. What they say, shouldn't argue with a fool because from a distance you can't tell who's who.
Right. Exactly. I'm not. He gotta live his life.
You're also free to let your words fly down.
Yeah, but I'm free. I'm not ready yet, but when I'm ready.
Okay.
But I'm not. I can't. I think that us as people, we get too upset by other people's fucking actions.
Mm-hmm.
When really, at the end of the day, we could try to lead people, we could try to guide people, we could try to change people's minds. But at the end of the day, the only person that you really can concern yourself with is yourself.
Yeah, that's truest words. Truest words.
Because if you concern yourself with what they got going on, you're gonna drive yourself crazy, and then you're gonna become the fool. And we don't want that for you. All right, so I think I don't know. We good. We might can squeeze another one in here. The Last of the Mohicans.
Dang, you picked like all these movies I remember seeing it, but they were so long ago.
So I can give a synopsis and then maybe.
Well, I remember a little bit. I remember it was the Native American tribe. They were like the last. You know what's messed up? My mind is mixing it up with Dancing with Wolves for some weird reason. All of a sudden, I'm like,
but you know, it's not a weird reason. It's a good reason because if you think about the narrative of The Last of the Mohicans and then you think about the narrative of the Dances with Wolves, it's one and the same. White people were taken in by the Native Americans. Mm-hmm. They switched sides from, their Caucasian backgrounds and went over and joined allegiance with the natives.
Okay.
It's basically almost the same story. Just one is him and The Last of the Mohicans, him and his tribe. He came up with them since he was a little boy.
Yeah.
Whereas though Dances with Wolves, remember he was just a soldier. And
with them. Okay. That's why I'm like, was Kevin Costner in both of those two?
No, Kevin Costner was in Dances with Wolves. I forgot the gentleman in The Last of the Mohicans. Is it the man? I don't think it's the man who played Highlander, but no, it wasn't. Kevin Costner wasn't in The Last of the Mohicans.
Okay.
What is his name? It's on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, nonetheless, my mother loved that movie. It's one of her favorite movies. I remember being young, and we still had Blockbuster then. So you go get the VHS, you gotta pop it in the VCR. This is a time capsule moment because a lot of the younger people have no clue what the fuck a VCR
All they
is.
know is streaming. All they know is
Right.
streaming.
We had VCRs, and you got fined if you didn't rewind that motherfucker before you took it back to
rewind. Be kind and rewind.
Yeah, if you ain't rewind it, you was getting charged an extra fee because now they gotta rewind it, and they ain't like that too much. But I remember as a kid, like we saw the movie already, but she'll rent it again.
Okay.
And it's like, again?
It must have been our favorite movie then.
We gotta watch this again.
So
Like,
how many times do you think you saw it?
And she'd be like, shut up and give me the remote. And then we would be watching Last of the Mohicans.
So how many times in total you think you saw it?
I can't give you a number, but I'll say it's over 10.
Wow. Okay.
It's over 10 for sure. It's over 10. And then there's movies that she used to watch that I don't remember the titles of, but I remember that they were horror movies and I ain't like what was going on them. So I remember what happened, but I don't know the title of the movies. Like it was one about some wax, people getting put in wax in a museum or some shit.
Okay.
And it's a museum here in Baltimore. It's called the Great Wax Black Museum. And and just wax sculptures of great people throughout, civil rights, great African Americans, right? And then I ain't gonna lie, it's two things about that museum: is seeing that movie and knowing that these figures are made out of wax in this museum. Mess me up. Just I don't want to go in there. And then the other thing
might move.
Yeah, I don't want to go in there. Like, and they look like they might touch you. You feel me? And the other reason why I hated going in there was it's a slave ship in there, and it's really? Like realistic. They show you how slaves were quartered,
like cargo.
Yeah, and in the great transition for us to come over here, and that part always makes me cry. So I don't like that area of it, but the rest of it was because my mother made me watch this damn movie where people was getting put in wax, and they was in this museum, and so from that point on, it's like I never want to go in this museum again. I was a kid.
Well, it's understandable fear if we've seen that scary movie a long time ago, and then there's something that's triggering right there because it is wax figures, and you like, nah, these two and two things together just don't feel right.
And
to
it's
me.
Really dark in there, so that make it worse.
Little eerie.
Because you can't, it's wax. You don't want it to melt, so you can't have it too.
The lights and stuff.
You feel me? So it's a dark hue in there, and then they look realistic, and they look like they about to touch. It was so much, and I'm like, now that I'm a parent, I'm like, it's some things that we just don't realize could haunt and terrorize our children for the rest of their lives. It was over 10 times that I had to watch The Last of the Mohican. So it was like one of our favorites. She liked the movie. So when I couldn't tell her, Mom, don't turn that on. Then
no, you can't. And then after you watch the movie, did you have to your mama drive right in front of the Blockbuster and make you go inside and drop it into the bin?
And drop it in there. Oh my gosh! Like, why I gotta do it? I don't want to. Why? But you can't say that. You just gotta go do it.
Get up and go. It's rain, hell, sleet, or snow. You just get up and go and drop it in the bin.
Why? You can't. You just shut your mouth and go put it in the. Go ahead. Go on now. But so that was one of those movies that I don't hate it, but it's like, I hate Cheerios. I'm trying to think of a food that I don't hate, but I don't like. That would be like, I don't hate it, but I don't. It's not. Huh?
Liver and onions.
Yeah, I don't. I hate that too. Nah, it's more in comparison to like maybe Raisin Bran. I'm not opposed to it because it's one of the healthiest. I prefer it with the crunch in there, but I don't necessarily. It's not a cereal I would go to the grocery store and be like, you know what? Let me get some Raisin Bran. You feel me? Like
that's old cereal. That's the grandma cereal right there.
You feel like that's where I probably had the most Raisin Bran at. So So it's not a cereal I would walk that out. You know what? I got a taste for some Raisin Bran. Same thing with The Last of the Mohicans. It's not like I'm gonna be like, you know what? I just want to watch this movie. I haven't seen it a million times. Why do I need to watch it again? I don't want to watch it again. That's one of them kind of movies. Yeah, all right, I think this is going to be the last one for us tonight, and this is probably a movie it's rare that I hear people say that they've seen this movie. And when they do, or when I say it, oh, what is that? And so I might have to give a little synopsis on this one too. Glengarry Glen Ross.
Yes, I've never heard of that.
Okay, so it's a lot of players in there. You got one of the Baldwin brothers in there, Kevin Spacey. Who else is in there? It's a few players in there as far as actors and, with credits behind their name. But anyway, the basics of the movie is this. They work at a sales office. Like they're trying to sell like timeshares.
Okay.
Or property. Timeshare or maybe like a property, right? Mm-hmm. And that particular office that they work in does terrible numbers. Terrible numbers, because it's a bunch of older, middle-aged and older men who are trying to sell these properties. But, people like, how somebody call you for a timeshare now, like if they try to set you up, like, well, yeah, we have this great property and you would get it for this, that, and the third. And they give you all this whole sales pitch. And they might, some of them is like, some of the people that you're talking to will be like, I don't want that shit. I know what you're trying to do. But then there's some people who fall for it at first, and then they think about it like, I don't know if this is a good idea. You have people calling back like, I discussed it with my wife. She not down with it. So it boils down to them having like this really crazy scandal type of situation where somebody rigged the numbers in the office. And then, the FBI get involved. And it's like this whole scandal. But at the end of the day, I'll just say it's not who you should watch this movie. It's not who you think it is when you find out. But everybody pointing the finger at you did it. Everybody in the office like, so who? You know what I mean? And it's not who you think it is. One of the famous quotes from the movie is this, and I love it because I'm a marketer first. You should be always selling.
You should always.
That was one of like one of the how you have the meetings at work, the boost the camaraderie in the office and get everybody on there like, all right, I'm gonna go sell. And that was one of the things would come in here and he would write it on the whiteboard like, you should always be selling. Like crazy. It was nuts. Nobody got taken out in this movie. It was more of, I say like a suspenseful movie because you just want to know who did it. Like, who did it? And I love a good movie that has me like, who did it? Like,
so kind of like a little Wolf of Wall Street mixed with Clue?
Kind of, sort of. I would give that a good kind of comparison. Yeah, it's something like that. But who the hell did it? And I love it. Who did it? Who done it? I need to know who done it. And then you find out who did it. Like, what? Because it's not. Again, it's not who you think it is, and it's not who you suspect it is. You feel me? Like, I think it's him, but it's not him. Or it might be him, but it's not him either. And everybody pointing the flame, where everybody's pointing the fingers, and everybody is also because they talking to the FBI, scared, so they might be taking some blame for some shit that really didn't have nothing to do with them too.
Oh,
you feel me? Like,
that's crazy.
You're like, it's nuts, and I'm like, it's crazy because when I put that in, I said, I bet you a lot of people have never seen this movie.
Yeah, like, and it's called Glengarry.
It's called Glengarry Glen Ross, and it's an account. That's the name of the account for what they trying to sell, the properties that they trying to sell. That's the name of it.
Okay. Let me
So
add this
yeah.
to my list of movies that I've never heard of from Kat.
Well, Kat spent a lot of time on punishment in her younger years.
I did too.
I had to stay in the house. I couldn't go outside. So then
I can watch TV though.
Nah, they didn't. But when it got closer to towards the end of the, they might be a little nicer. Like, all right, well, you can come watch TV now, and then. But I still couldn't watch what I wanted to watch. I still had to watch what they wanted to watch. So I'm probably going to see a movie I probably shouldn't be watching at that age, or I'm going to see a movie that was way over my head, and I had again go back later on and rewatch. That's why I always tell people just go watch it, because it might be something in that movie that you missed, and you just like, well, damn, all right, well, that kind of makes sense now, or well, damn, I never seen that shit. So yeah. All right, let's get to these love notes, because it's time to give out the love. Big shout out to hold on. Big shout out to anybody watching from YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. I appreciate you. Hi, babies. Yeah, I would say hi so I can really shout you out, or hit the like button, or send me some love from Facebook, because they got that little heart thing going on over there. Whatever the case may be, but do it so I can say hey and thank you. I would prefer to say it that way versus me just knowing that you're there and not being able to be like, hey, what's up with you? But anyway, these love notes, these people are amazing because they are my listening audience. They do not know what I look like, child, but they listen anyway. My business hasn't been said. I got a voice for radio. So maybe that's what it is. Like, okay, yeah, I can listen to her. But these people listen and they show me love. Now, how we got to the name Love Notes was I used to call it love. Doc said I had a stack of papers the size of a composition notebook. They were not. It was countries and cities on there. So it was a lot. Then I broke it down and I was like, I'm only going to do the countries. Me and Doc came to the compromise, and now we just call it Love Notes. And that's the backstory behind Love Notes. We're going to show y'all some love now, because it's all about the love. The love notes. All right. All right, let's get it. It's all love. Thank you for all of the love. Big shout out to the top 6. The United States, the United Kingdom, India, France, Canada, and Belgium, specifically Brussels for Belgium, and specifically Paris for France. I love you guys. The other ones, there's too many of y'all for me to be naming. Russia, Indonesia, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, Turkey, Switzerland, Germany, Mexico, Austria, Philippines, and Kenya. Hi, darlings. Thanks for the love. Pakistan, Romania, South Africa. I see y'all. Y'all been coming back, so happy. Nigeria, Brazil, Netherlands, Singapore, Spain, Ireland, and Nepal. I love you all. I do. Thanks. Mauritius, Israel, Hong Kong, China, Poland, Tunisia, Venezuela, baby, Czech Republic, Portugal, and Morocco. Hi, booze. I love you too. Hi. Come back. Ghana, Finland, and Cameroon. Hi. Thank you for coming through and, checking the podcast out. You didn't have to, but you did. And I love you for it. Thanks. Yeah, man. The list is growing. Huh? Yeah, the list is growing. I get excited when I see the new people on the list. Like, what?
Hey, that's dope. That's dope.
All the way over there, you listen to me. This is cute.
Big Purr.
Hey, you Big Purr. My peoples, man. Hey, you Big Purr. Okay, so I think that we should get in now that we got all of this love out of the way. We should go ahead and get into this final exam.
All righty. The final exam.
As usual, I be winning. I'm still a champ and all that, but I'm still nervous. I'm always nervous.
You are the champ. You are winning. You are blowing everybody out the water. Hey, you Big Purr, Cat Lee. You can't take anything from her. She is the big cat up in the building.
All that says I know a little bit about hip hop. It's a lot of things that I don't know, and these final exams let me know that sometimes. Like, nope, you ain't know that one. But we encourage you guys to come on here and participate. Knock me off my little pedestal, not my throne. You can never, but you can knock me off my little pedestal. So joining the little reindeer games.
There you go.
Rudolph. So anyway, what's up with the first one? Where are we going at?
First one, remember the year that we're starting with is 1997, the graduation year. So this is significant to the clue. Here's the first clue.
Okay. 1997. All right, so it's a group. This group's debut album released in 1997 and was completed with the help of fellow NYC hip hop acts like Mobb Deep and Tragedy. Oh, I think I know this already. Okay, keep it going. Give me one more. Let me see. I think it feel good in my soul.
Okay. Let me know if you're ready for number 2.
Alrighty. And okay, next one. But I think I got this one. I don't know. Okay. Don't quote me.
You said ooh. That's the first time I heard you say ooh off the clue number 1.
The duo gained recognition in October 1995 when they appeared in the Sources magazine Unsigned Hype column. It's a duo.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, but I want to be fair. One more, and then I'm going to say who I think it is.
Okay. All right. So clue number 3.
Just to be nice. Yeah, we on number 3, just to be nice. I might be wrong, though. But I'm going to tell you why I think it's them. In 1996, they they secured a recording contract with Neil Levine Penalty Records. Is it Capone and Noriega?
Yes, it is. You were that good.
Laundry Man tracks. Like, oh my bad. My bad.
So I messed up. So the first one really put you that close?
No, it was the second one. It was the first one because not too many people have worked with Tragedy Khadafi and Mobb Deep. And then I also know, and it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm gonna say this though. One is me and my brothers were huge Noriega and Capone fans.
Okay.
When they first came out, we was on it. We was on it. We rocked with Queensbridge heavy. I already know Staten Island was my booze. But we rocked. We went hard on the. I still got my. I hope he's not watching this. I still have my brother's War Report CD.
Oh boy, he was that sister.
I love you, Tyrone.
Just to add the other 2 clues in real quick. Here was number 4.
Oh, and then the other thing was somebody I previously dated. It lasted for a long time. He is a producer and he's done work with them as well. Notable producers DJ Premier Havoc. Yes. I like smiling when I say that name. And The Alchemist contributed another dope ass producer to their singles Channel 10. Okay. I love Alchemist though. I always thought he was a dope producer. And it's crazy because he from the West Coast, but you feel me? Mm-hmm. A lot of work with a lot of NYC rappers. In 2005, they were implicated in a non-fatal shooting. Yes. Now this one I really would have knew. Yep, that's the answer. But I already kind of knew it. But
yeah, but that was number 5 because everybody remembers the situation. But that's why I thought number 1 was gonna.
This one would have gave it up for sure. But in 2005, they were involved in a shootout in front of Hot 97. With Lil Kim's peoples. This is what made Little Kim and Lil C's become unbeneficial. There's a whole bunch going on in that situation. All really stemming from Kim and Fox little beef that they had. It was weird. It was a weird time. But the crazy part is we didn't have the internet like that. We still was on the magazines or the shows that we were watching at that time. And so we had to find it out. It probably happened 2 weeks ago, but we just found it out. Yeah. They're like, oh, they were shitting. So yeah, that was a big thing. And Lil Kim wasn't Lil Kim the one that went to jail behind the situation? even though they was involved. I think
Yeah, because she didn't tell her part or whatever. It was what
yeah, I think she went for perjury, and she
her,
wasn't
yeah.
she wasn't cooperating. But out of everybody, that's the only person I heard go to jail for that situation. Everybody else was free to go about life. Capone just went to jail because Capone just be going to jail.
He had a probation violation because of a gun charge he had.
Yeah, he just be going to jail because he be going to jail. Nori said, "I'm gonna have to switch this up. I'm gonna put out these records to be the best Noriega I could be, and then eventually I'm gonna quit and start a podcast, and it's called Drink Champs, and that's what he did."
And still doing good. Still doing good.
So yeah, okay. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling a little confident. A little bit.
The updated score.
A little bit of confidence came back my way, but it was the tragedy, Gaddafi and the Mobb Deep that really. I was like, oh!
I'm surprised that put you that close at the top. I was like, usually I try to start hard and vague and narrow it down. You got that close.
I think I know who it is. Oh, so yeah, that was crazy though. No, it was good though. It was just with that one. Like I said, it's not trage is not in everybody's vocabulary to say like I work with. You know what I mean? Like everybody don't work with tragedy and Mobb Deep on some Queensbridge tip. You know how everybody don't get that privilege. So, all right. So docket 6, I got 12. What? I never even noticed that said XXX, but Knox got 5.
I have recently changed it.
And the audience is at 1. I know. Okay, you just recently, because I'm like, when did that happen? Like, I don't remember saying that.
You are killing. You are in the double digit. I gotta decide if I want to start making the questions a little bit harder. I thought we was gonna go, but you got it off the first one, so I can't mess with you on that. I was like, this should be hard.
I stood like it was that first one, and then when we got to the second one, I was like, okay, yeah, this who I think it is. I could be wrong, but it's who I think it is. And then we got to the third, and I was like, oh, this over. I'm gonna tell you who it is. So it is what it is. All right, that was a good one though. That was a good one. It made me excited, like, oh, I know who it is.
No, because I've never seen you go off number 1. I'm like, you number 1, you like, I don't know. Number 1, you was right on the target, no questions asked. Hey, you big purr, cat in the building.
Hey, you big purr. Okay, so I got some stuff I gotta say before we get up out of here. Hey, you big purr. Hey, you big purr. Anyway, we already know what you couldn't do. I've already said this a million times. The number's 443-850-4828, 443-850-4828. Call in, text, drop a comment, say, hey, all that good stuff. I might ask me to drop the link, and I might if you're on your best behavior. Otherwise, get out my face. You're going to contact us for any reason. I already told you at the beginning of the show why you would possibly want to contact us. Contact at ambitiouslyent.com. We check that email address daily, baby. Daily. We make sure we on point. If by chance we do play some music, just know, like music videos and stuff, just know that I have permission. I wasn't playing without permission. And make sure y'all go check the radio station out, because there's some things going on with that too. I'll get to that later. Like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, every share, and every subscription we can get. Go check out the website, www.ambitiouslyent.com. You can check out the radio station there. It's about to be 2 radio stations on there. I'm just, we still working on some things around here, but for right now, it's only 1. It'll be a matter of days before the second one is on there. Enjoying our coffee community. We still doing the coffee thing. I'm just trying to get y'all to get right and join the community so we can really do it right. Because then over there, I can just do what I want. I can do what I want on the app, and that's in the works. It's up. You can also get to the app or our coffee community via our website as well. But we still working on the app, so give us some time. And big shout out to my DJ. While we were doing this podcast, he was sending me the text to let me know that he was in there working on the mix. So make sure you're in here Friday for the new mix. And then after the show, the whole mix will be on the radio station. Key. The whole hour long mix. Anyway, I only give y'all 30 minutes because it's only an hour show. I don't feel like I should have to put my Cash App up here, but for some strange reason, I feel like I should do it. The Cash App is rolling down the bottom. It's underneath my name. I don't feel like I should have to say all of that. Like, that's a bit much. And let us know how you feel about the mixes. We would like to know. We really would. He called me after every show, like how they felt about it. And then I got to tell him, like, it was good. Everybody liked it. Or we had a few complaints, even though we rarely have complaints. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Man. It's something else. Worldwide, like CNN. I'm just saying. You better give Nori and Capone and Noriega their props. They was doing it.
Real quick, bonus question.
What?
What was the name of their album that came out in 1997?
Oh, dang. Wait. I got it. It's on the tip of I got the CD in here, but I don't think it's on the wall yet. Dang. Damn it, Doc. I don't know. Because I can't remember right now.
All right. Want me to tell you?
What was it?
The War Report. And
I already said the dang War Report while we was talking about the situation. God.
Yes.
Anyway, top flight, catch the vibes, and get a big win like Cat AU Big Purr. I did win, even though I said it and you gave me this bonus question that I was wrong because I already said it and whatever. Whatever. I said it earlier while we was talking about him though. Yeah, big shout out to CNN. Capone and Noriega. They was the shit back in the day. Mm-hmm. That whole little clique was like, all right, I rocks with these dudes. It is what it is. It's some things that I have to say before I get up out of here because if I don't say them, I'm not going to be a happy girl. And we already know what the unhappy cat sound like. First things first, mind your business. It's up on Media Monday, sometimes on the tap, and I do give out other people's business. And on Wet and White Wednesday, which we will be here this Wednesday for the Wet and White Wednesday, no business meetings and none of that. We get into this Epstein. I don't care how I say it. It's Epstein. I'm saying how I want to say it. And his little girlfriend. I got to take a break away from Diddy for a second. He is giving me anxiety. So I will step away from him for a minute. But we're going to go back to him because I done put the pieces of the puzzle together, if you don't know, about Diddy and how everything was going at the time. Wait a minute, we got some love real quick. I done put the piece. Hi, big shout out to B. Moore Johnson. Thanks for the love, Bips. Yeah, I done put the pieces of that puzzle together from Jodeci to Stress Jazz to the situation that happened at City College. I done put all that shit together. I put it together, and I didn't put it together because somebody else, like, it was just reading these cases where it all fit in, and then some things that I know outside of the documents, but it was easy for me to put it together. I'll do a recap of that to let y'all know what's what on that. But anyway, but other than that, mind your business. Just come be nosy with me. It's fine. We have a good time being nosy. Love your babies. Hug your babies. Encourage your babies. Tell your babies that they are the greatest of all times. They need this encouragement. I probably do too much. That's probably why my daughter don't like other people other than me and our family, because I do smother her with love. But the point is this. Tell them babies that they great. If they want to work for NASCAR, then tell them to be the best NASCAR driver, pit boss, commentator, and whatever the hell else they do over there at NASCAR, but besides driving really fucking fast. If they want to be an astronaut or an engineer, or they want to work at NASA and they want to be an astronaut, an engineer, receptionist, janitor, secretary, or whatever the hell else they do over there in NASA. I don't know, in space. The point is this: you just tell them that they can do it and be the greatest of all time at doing it. They can do it. They got it. I don't care what the job is, but those are some examples. Stay in your lane. Please, child, stay in your lane. I be trying to be nice. My neighbor, she about to fuck around and find out, but that's a whole nother thing. Stay in your lane, because you jump in my lane, you're going to get her. And baby, you don't want her. Leave her alone. Let her sleep. She don't. Leave her alone. You want her. She's nice, sweet, kind, and cuddly, and all like this stuff. Or you definitely want her. Hey, you big her. You want her. You want her. She is. Ooh. When Cat is Purr and Cat is a happy girl, but you don't want the first one. She evil as shit. And then what usually happens when you jump into other people's lane is a collision, and who the fuck needs that? I don't need that for me. I don't need that for you. So just think your lane. Last but not least, every battle is not yours to fight. We told y'all what happened to fools. You feel me? I'm not worried. I can't. I won't. So pick and choose your battles wisely. Every battle is not for you. And Mobb Deep tell y'all all the time. I like how they came up in the conversation today too. Mobb Deep tells y'all all the time that there's a war going on outside and there's no man safe from it. So worry about the war. Don't worry about these bullshit ass battles. Everything is not something that we should. And I ain't even put my gold on the screen. I feel some kind of way. It's gonna sit there until I finish. It is. I felt some kind of way about it, but it's so much going on in this world, and we as people go through so many things. It's kind of hard to focus on what everybody else got going on in their bullshit and their battles. So just worry about yours and pick wisely. That's all I'm going to say about that. Man, Doc, it's always a pleasure.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to have me on when you allow me to quiz you and you win.
I love winning. This is this beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
But you know, this one was a little bit easier for me. But you be coming with some, woo, child. You be
I did
coming
not
with
know
some.
you was gonna hit it right off the bat on number one though. I thought I had you like, oh, it could be. You was like, nope, I know exactly.
I got excited. Oh,
so
but yeah, I don't know why I got so excited. I was just excited, like, oh, I know it. No, that's mine.
So for the next one, want to pick a year? We still had 2005 left over because we didn't do a 97. Remember, you said 97 or 2005. Do you want to go to the 2005, or you want to pick a brand new?
2005. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, I think we should go to 2005 because we did just do 1997 and we had those two picked out. So we'll do 2005. Hopefully, I'll be ready for this one.
This gets to the more newer music. We shall see.
I deserve my diploma already, though. I should be walking across the stage.
Yeah, you didn't. Hey, look, you done won 12 of them. That's what a whole primary school and high school.
You feel me? Like, I should be throwing my cap at this point, but whatever. All right, so yeah, I ain't gonna be greedy though, but I should be throwing that mother right now. Like, whoa, I did it. All right, I love y'all. Stay out of trouble. Thank you, Doc, baby. I will see you later. And good night, y'all. Bye.
Oh,